Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. It is June 8th, 2022. It is 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and I am, of course, your host, RJ, as I am all the time, because it is, of course, Marvel Mania, baby. It's been a while since I did an episode. This is episode 4 of Marvel Mania, your premier one-stop shop for all things Marvel Entertainment in our podcast form. So, what's up, everybody? I have had a very chaotic afternoon. So this stream was supposed to happen about 2 hours ago, but a lightning storm came, knocked the power out, and there are truck drivers outside right now who just fixed the power. So the power just came back on. So I finally have the chance to go live, thankfully. So we're here. We're finally here. We can talk about Miss Marvel. Maybe a little bit of some Obi-Wan throw in there. It's kind of Marvel adjacent. Maybe we'll discuss that a little bit too. And of course, we'll be taking your questions from the community page on MME, answering a couple questions, and we'll do a live Q&A portion for the show. Sound good? Good. Okay. Whew. Like I said, very chaotic afternoon. But I'm happy to be here. Happy to talk Marvel with you guys. Real quick, Sarveshraj Ganeshraj became a YouTube member. Welcome. Thank you for becoming a member. Obviously, you're a member on Max's channel, so I will let Max know that you became a member. And thank you for supporting MME. I'm sure Max would really appreciate that. Thank you so much for your kindness and your generosity. So, Sarveshraj Ganeshraj. If I mispronounce your name, then I do greatly apologize. Ray is here. What's up, Raya? Hope you're doing well. Dabboy22 said Miss Marvel was so good. Yeah, we'll get into that. So I figured just to kind of get things going a little bit. Yeah, I was going to do a Black Adam trailer reaction breakdown. Again, power went out. I woke up late. Plus, let's be honest, that trailer, it was okay, but not really worth doing a whole stream covering, to be honest. That's more of something I can cover on another stream or someone else's. Not something I would want to dedicate a whole stream to. But hey, it was okay. Geek Studios is here. What's up, geeks? So yeah, like I said, it's just been crazy afternoon for me. But like I said, things should be fine now. So we will get going. To kick things off, we're going to go take a look at the community page Q&A, answer a couple questions to kick off the show. So this is the Marvel Maniacs webpage, community page. Got a couple questions here. Well, I love this. Bad Mr. Sheldon saying L channel. I like my channel, actually. I do like Gorillas too. I love Murdoch, so I will say Murdoch is a big W. Big W Murdoch. What's up, Ashley? Ashley, you are more than welcome to stop by if you want to. No worries if you can't, but if you are available, you are more than welcome to pop in. Desert Eagle here asking, what are the chances of Sam Raimi's Spider-Man 4 and Amazing Spider-Man 3? I would want to say I think Amazing Spider-Man 3 is more likely at this point because they could use that to build off their Sony Spider-Man universe of characters. I think it makes a lot of sense. However, Andrew Garfield seems to be ready to move on. Toby coming back, that's something I could see happening. It depends on if Sony would want to work with Sam Raimi. However, I think that more likely to be a Marvel Studios film, not a Sony film by themselves. The chances are greater now than they were before. That's for sure. I mean, that's for sure more likely than, like I said, I don't think either would happen. But I think that both are kind of possible. So and then we have a question here from Jade asking, who is the best actor to really bring Doctor Doom to the big screen is my biggest question right now. And that is a great question, Jade. Thank you for sending in a question. Casting for Fantastic Four and Doctor Doom is going to be really interesting because they've tried technically 3 times at this point, and none of them have really worked out. I think for Doctor Doom, you don't really need to worry about getting a big name actor because he's going to be behind a mask most of the time. And when he's not in the mask, it'll probably be like makeup and stuff. If I were doing Doctor Doom, I may go with Nikolai Costa-Werdue, who played Jaime Lannister in Game of Thrones. I could see him playing the role. I could see Jason Isaacs maybe playing Doctor Doom. I think he could do a good job. But yeah, I mean, a lot of potential casting. I could see Mads Mikkelsen. They wanted to recast Mads Mikkelsen. I could see him stepping in. I know he played Caecilius in the first Doctor Strange, but they've recast actors before. I don't think it'd be too big of a deal to go ahead and do something like that. But that's what I would potentially maybe do with that. Just my take. So while we wait for Ashley to get here, I figured I might as well cover Obi-Wan Episode 4. Which, we did the watch party last night on MME. If you missed that, then definitely go watch that. We had a good time over there. And make sure you hit that like button and share the video around. I really appreciate that. Because we stream both on MME and on my channel. So again, I'd appreciate if you left a like on both streams if you can, or just the one. That's A-okay too. But while we wait for Ashley to get here, we'll talk about Obi-Wan, because there is a situation going on right now. I'm just gonna keep it frank though. I am not gonna talk about the Ezra Miller situation whatsoever. Not on my channel at least. I have no interest in talking about that. I think we just gotta wait for more information to come out, and I ain't gonna worry about it. It is what it is in regards to that. But what I will talk about though is Obi-Wan. So Obi-Wan Episode 4 came out, and I gotta be honest, I don't think it was very good. I do not think Episode 4 was very good of Obi-Wan. Just keeping it real, I think it kind of sucked. The episode was, there's some stuff in there I like, some stuff I don't. I don't know. I feel like Obi-Wan is interesting because I feel like the show would have been a slam dunk, and it's not a slam dunk, but like a really messy free throw shot. You ever seen that in basketball games? Like the player goes to the free throw line, he makes the shot, it goes in, but it's really messy. He's bouncing around the ring, it spins around, doesn't go in straight. It's not like a clean free throw shot. That's Obi-Wan, where it made it in, you got the point, but it's messy, right? It's not bad. It's just I don't know. It's just it's not hitting the way I thought it was going to hit. And that's kind of my biggest problem right now with that, is that I'm not loving this show like I thought I would, right? And again, I'm not saying it's bad. It's just not what I was hoping for. Like I said, I loved Episode 1. Episode 2 was okay. It was okay. Episode 3, I think, was good. Some stuff in there that was a little iffy for me. I think this Episode 4 was just kind of bad, though. I think it was kind of bad, to be honest. I thought it was kind of bad. Kind of just to get into more detail a little bit. It was way too short. I think it was 35 minutes without the credits. It was a really short episode, and you felt it. I really felt like things were really, really, really rushed. That stuff wasn't given enough time to flow, and that stuff wasn't given, the opportunity to breathe a little bit. I felt like it was moving too much at a frenetic pace, that it felt like it was just rushing to get to the end, which is never a good thing. And I don't know, it's just some of this, Leia was okay, Reva was whatever. Some of the prison escape stuff was just really laughably bad. I mean, it was just really cheesy. I mean, spoiler alert, but what the hell was going on with that Obi-Wan in a trench coat, putting little Leia under the trench coat and walking around all those Imperials, like, that was really cheesy and dumb, I'm sorry. Like, everyone on that watch party was like, "What the hell is this?" You know, it was just, like, really, really, really stupid. Um, I don't know, man, it's just the show's not hitting the way I thought it would, and it's kind of like I'm not mad at the show, I'm just disappointed. Like, I don't hate it, it's just I wish I loved it more, and I don't. Ouch, that's my dog. Like I said, I wish I liked it more. I just don't. That's kind of the thing with it, you know? It's like maybe our expectations were too high, but I really thought this was going to be like peak Star Wars. This is going to be something really, really, really special. Um, it just wasn't a good episode. And it's not to say the series is like a disappointment, you know? Real quick, hold on. All right, folks, my dog. Oop, wrong picture. I saw that picture saved. It was funny from that She-Hulk trailer. Sorry about that, but yeah, I mean, like, it wasn't like the worst thing ever. I don't agree with that shit. I thought it was a filler episode. I felt like it was a really bad filler episode. I honestly wasn't impressed with it whatsoever. Um, like I said, I wanted to like it. I just didn't, you know? And that's okay. It's one bad episode in a 6-episode show. Um, you know, you hope for the best with that, but it's just like, I don't know, it didn't click with me. Now there are only 2 episodes left. I will say they really got to be good because so far this is like very middle of the road for me, honestly, and that's really disappointing to say because I was looking forward to the show. I thought, you know, it had a lot of promise, and I'm like, it's okay, but it's not as good as I wanted it to be, and I don't know. It's just I don't know. I mean, there are some cool moments. I mean, it was cool seeing Castle Inquisitorius and Jedi Fallen Order. So much stuff from that game, kind of like homaged in this, kind of like close to rip off level, honestly. Where I'm like, I just played this the other day. You know, I mean, with the window cracking and the water and the swimming and the infiltrating thing, I'm like, this is way too similar. It's cool if you're a fan, you pick up on the Easter eggs and stuff, but I don't know. That's my thing too. If this series was longer, an episode like this would be fine, but there's only 2 episodes left. You know, I don't know. I don't know, guys. I just think so far, I got to be honest, I feel like Obi-Wan's shaping up to be a disappointment. Unless these last 2 episodes can really turn around. These last 2 episodes are really good, then I can feel different about it. I can be like, okay, I like the show. But if not, I don't know, man. And it sucks because like I was really looking forward to this. And I'm not loving it the way I thought I would. Because again, that first episode was great. That first episode was phenomenal. The first episode was perfect. The first episode was everything I could have wanted from Obi-Wan. And then afterwards, just like, just a steady decline in quality. And it's just weird. Like, it's not hitting the way it should. The lightsaber action doesn't feel right. It feels, I don't know what's up with it. It just doesn't feel right. Like, the lightsaber use in the show is not good. I mean, there were some cool moments. I mean, the use of Vader in this episode I thought was tremendous. I thought it was very well done. Um, Other stuff though, just, it's not clicking. It's not clicking whatsoever. You know, which you know, it's a shame. It's a shame. But like I said, we still got 2 more episodes left. I'm not giving up hope. I'm not giving up hope. But I hope it's good. I hope it's good. Chance is mostly a voice role. Matthew Reese from Owl House, underrated choice for the role. Are you talking about Owl House? Or talking about was he in Obi-Wan? Because I don't remember. Clarify that for me if you can, Phantom Missiles. Yeah, like I said, this is easily the weakest episode for me. I kind of thought episode 4 was bad, though, to be honest. I don't think it was extremely mediocre. Extremely mediocre. Like, I was just like, bleh. It's like, nah, this is not it. That is not, it was just not good. It's just not a good episode. But On the flip side of that, we have something really positive to talk about, and something I honestly didn't think I would enjoy whatsoever. I mean, and that is Miss Marvel. Miss Marvel came out today, as well as episode 4 of Obi-Wan. And I gotta keep it real. Miss Marvel completely outshined Obi-Wan. It completely, like, it pimp slapped Obi-Wan away. Like this was like tremendous. I am shocked. Like, I'll be honest, guys. If you've been following my channel, I actually published a video. If I can find it, I think I published a video a while back. Let me see if I can find it. I don't know if it's on this channel or my other channel. Let me look and see. I think it was on my other channel. Yeah, it was. Okay, hold on. I was seriously thinking the show was going to suck. I really, really, really was. I really thought this show is going to stink. This show's going to be garbage. Yeah, right here. This video right here. Old channel. I made this video called Miss Marvel Has Me Worried. Boy, do I feel stupid now. Because, folks, while I think I was right to have concerns. Don't get me wrong. I was right to have concerns. However, this was a phenomenal piece of television. This Miss Marvel premiere episode, I am very, very proud to say, very happy to report, this exceeded all my expectations. And I am just blown away by how good this was. Because, like I said, I'm going to be straight up honest with you guys. I made this video, and I talked about a bunch of stuff. I talked about the power changes. I talked about the some of the casting choices. I talked about a lot of stuff in here, and I did not think this was going to be good. I really didn't. I thought this is going to be a huge disaster. And not because I don't think that the actress Iman Vellani wasn't talented, or I didn't think she did a good job. I thought the story and the writing and the characterization was going to be way too cringe, way too all over the place. Just, I was not expecting much from this. I thought, oh my god, like, what are they doing? These power changes are garbage. Like, it looks way too weird, It looks like it's too kiddie. It looks like it's like Disney Channel. Boy, was I so wrong. I was so wrong. This first episode, folks, no joke, and I cannot believe I'm saying this. Let me go full screen. This was, without a doubt, the strongest premiere of any Marvel Disney Plus show since WandaVision. Maybe ever. I am not kidding. I'm not joking. I'm not being hyperbolic. I'm being 100% genuine here. This was the best Disney Plus Marvel show premiere I've ever seen. And again, maybe Jedi Code's right. Maybe it's because my expectations were so low. Like, I'm talking dirt low, folks. I thought this was going to suck. I was like, oh, God, here we go. They're going to change the powers. They're going to do all this and that. And I was just like, oh, God. Like, what are they doing to this character? Like, this is not going to be fun. This is going to be cringe, teenage garbage. I'm like, oh, man, this is going to be the one Marvel show. They're going to screw the pooch. It's going to be the one where I really don't like it. Yeah, so I said, I thought it's going to be very low tier. I thought, oh, God, here we go. Hawkeye 2.0. Except Hawkeye I was looking more forward to this, but I was like, oh, God, here we go. But no, this was tremendous. This was really, really good. And I am shocked by that. I genuinely am. Because, like I said, I thought this was going to suck. I really, really did. But the great thing about it is it's so charming. That's like the biggest word I can use to describe that first episode. Okay, Reese voices Emperor Bellos. Oh, that's right. Okay, nice, man. Nice you're checking out Owl House. It's a good show. Back on topic though. I am shocked at how much I enjoyed this. Now, I'm not saying this is like the best television I've ever seen, right? But I am just blown away by how much fun I had watching this. Like this was really, really good. And the thing I took away from it the most was just like the energy, the high energy, the energeticness of this. It was charming. It was very well acted. It was heartwarming. I mean, like there was like some really great character work in this first episode. It was a very long first episode too, which I appreciate. It was about I think about 50 minutes, about 48 without the credits. Really meaty first episode, and I really like. It's a great origin story already. Like instantly, I'm charmed by Kamala Khan's family. Like first couple minutes, I'm hooked. The first couple minutes, I'm like, okay, like I love the animation that they use. It's a very stylized show. The directing in particular, I got to give a shout out real quick to the directors of this first episode. They're the same directors who are doing the Batgirl movie, and they're the same directors who did Bad Boys for Life. Marvel, please get these guys back to do more MCU stuff after Batgirl. I am so jealous that they went over to DC. I am really so jealous they went over to DC because the directing in this episode was fantastic. The stylistic choices I thought really worked. The camera work, especially, I thought was really unique. Gave that a very distinct visual flair. And I haven't seen what Campy has said, so I have no clue. I'm being genuine here. This is really what I thought. I thought the directing here was phenomenal, and like the family, like the dad, I instantly liked. The brother, I thought was cool. Her best friend character, I thought was very charming. You know, it was really well done. Like, and again, maybe it's because my expectations were right in the mud because I really wasn't looking forward to watching this, but I was really surprised how much I liked this. Now, like I said, I don't know if the whole show is going to be as good as this first episode, but for a premiere episode, I was pleasantly surprised. I mean, like I said, this is my favorite Disney Plus premiere since since WandaVision and Loki. I mean, Loki's premiere episode I really liked. Hawkeye's was I mean, it's okay, but it was okay. Like most of the premieres are okay. They get, if you know, like the Disney Plus stuff, they kind of like fall off after the first episode, and then it's kind of like some middling stuff, and then like it picks the last two. Which you're right, Jedi Code. It is just the first episode. The show could be terrible after this point, but it's off to such a good start. I mean, like, I would be really surprised if it dropped the ball. If it can even keep up half of the energy, half of the charm that this first episode had, we're in for a really good show. I mean, like, I am so happy with this. I really am. And I gotta plug in my laptop because holy shit, it's about to die. Hold on 1 second. But yeah, like I am just like so happy with this. And like I said, I really thought it was gonna be bad. I will say I have to agree with Grace a little bit. It does feel like turning red, but I don't mind that. But real quick, we got Ashley coming in. What's up, Ashley?
Hey, RJ.
How you doing, Ashley?
Let's see. I've got to get my. Hold on. I can't hear. Hold on, RJ. If you can hear.
Okay, no worries. Yeah, I can hear you.
Sorry, my sound. Sorry, y'all. Just give me 1 second.
Let's gonna keep doing Jeopardy while we wait. But yeah, like I said, I was really surprised by Miss Marvel, and as soon as Ashley gets her audio corrected, I'll be interested to see what she thinks of this as well. Donovan here. Oh, hold on. Okay, Ashley's gonna fix her audio issues. Yeah, like I said, Donovan, I'm not really gonna talk about the Ezra Miller situation. I don't feel like it's appropriate to comment on that when so much is still unknown. It's a very developing situation. It's not great, but I don't want to jump to conclusions yet, because if I do that, then this is gonna kind of, it wouldn't be smart of me to do that. I think we should wait for due process and see what happens. But I don't know. We'll see. Hold on 1 second. Jesus. I'm all over the place today, folks. I'm so sorry. Happens when the power goes out, and, it's kind of just, it's crazy. Yeah, I have no clue what the Phantom Menace is saying, nor do I care, to be honest. I really don't care. Ashley's here. Ashley, can you hear?
Yeah, now I can hear.
Awesome.
So, what are we talking? Are we talking about Miss Marvel yet?
Yeah, we're talking about Miss Marvel. Yeah, so I went on a big tirade, so I'll let you take the floor. What'd you think of the first episode?
Well, I was pleasantly surprised. I went into this reacting to the trailers and just feeling like that this show wasn't gonna be for me, that it was mainly gonna be a lot more kiddie. I was very concerned with originally when we saw the cosplay outfit, we thought it might possibly be her suit, which we come to find out that that's not, through other images. So I was super, super concerned with this show, and I really didn't like the trailers. The trailer originally when I saw it, I did like the comic panels and in the use of animation with it, but I felt like it just seems like something that you would a show that would be for teenagers on Disney Channel, but for
the Disney Channel thing was what a lot of people were saying, oh, it's gonna be like a Disney Channel show. That was the biggest thing that I saw too, that I felt okay, that's what this is gonna be. And I'm like, not that Disney Channel's bad, but it's not for a wide audience. It's not gonna appeal to a lot of people.
Yeah. And then the closer, and then I didn't like the power change. I made a video about her power change, and and had in-depth discussions with people about why are they changing her powers, and really didn't like that. And also just from the source material, I didn't really connect with Miss Marvel either, just because I felt like the age of the character, I just really didn't resonate with me that much. But really going into this episode, but I really like the directors of this, because I said a million times, I love Bad Boys 3. And you get that vibe here in this show. And just from the opening with the use of the animation and how they use all of that in the camera angles, and and then when she's talking with her therapist, and the split screen when they put her face against her therapist's face, and it's her also showing her split self, and these two different sides of her, and then just her family, and how I could relate to what it's like to be that awkward kid, but then also on the other end, I know what it's like to relate to the mother in that situation, even though culturally it's a little bit different, just because you want the best for your kid, and you push them towards certain things, but you can also their voice can get lost in that. And just seeing that relationship with her mother, I thought she was phenomenal. And then the father, I really was so engaged in the whole episode, and I teared up in one moment, because it was just amazing, watching her interact with her parents in the bedroom when they were excited to allow her to go to Avengers Con, and then her reaction to them, and the way that they felt in that moment, but also how she felt. And it was she was extremely embarrassed, but they felt very hurt by her reaction to the fact that they wanted her to wear this, and her father. And then when she sneaks back in the house, and what her mother says to her, even though her mother was very upset and hurt by that, when Kamala makes that decision, I want to be this cosmic person, I want to be who I am, to me it just felt like, here is this young girl who's figuring out who she is, and separating that from who she is culturally. And to me, it made sense. Like I really felt like I was immersed into this Pakistani family and really getting to understand them, and even how when they're like when she's getting ready for the wedding and her mother is having the conversation about her daughter and how she's just backpacking through Europe and she didn't want to get married, and it was like she was the worst person in the world. So those are just like some of the things outside of her like growing into her power set. So it was all of it. I really, really, really liked it. Like I was shocked that I liked it that much. Really.
Yeah. We got another guest popping in. What's up, non-Kino Cinephile? What's up, Gailey?
How we doing, guys?
Hi.
You guys
How are you?
Doing good.
Doing good. Yeah. Well, this is Marvel Mania episode 4, so welcome. I gotta be honest, man. When you DM'd me and you said Miss Marvel was great, I was like, how great could it be? I messaged you. I'm like, you weren't kidding. This is actually really damn good. Yeah. I was pleasantly surprised. Like I said, I mentioned at the top of the show before you both came in, my expectations were pretty much rock bottom. Yeah. I wasn't a fan of the power change. I wasn't really a fan of a lot of the creative decisions they seem to be going with. The trailer was meh. I really wasn't looking forward to this compared to other shows. I got to say, I was wrong though. This was a really, really. This is probably my favorite.
Disney Plus. My dude.
This is really my favorite Marvel Disney Plus episode premiere.
I think it, like, to me it's like close to WandaVision because WandaVision still has that place in my heart. But actually, outside of that, it's really good though.
I would put it on top of like Loki. This is probably my favorite superhero show of the year. Like it's Miss Marvel, Peacemaker, Moon Knight. And I like Moon Knight, but like this is by far the better show. And especially we kind of need this today with like all the bullshit that's happening. You know, the terrible Jurassic World reviews, fucking Obi-Wan Kenobi, Ezra Miller at it again. It's just fuck me. Man, 2022 has not been a good year to be a geek.
Well, in some ways it has been. It depends on what kind of geek you are. I will say, like, I talk about Obi-Wan at the top of the show. I'm not trying to make this like a comparison thing, but watching the Obi-Wan episode first, then jumping into Miss Marvel, maybe that also too impacted my viewing experience too.
Bad idea.
Because episode 4 of Obi-Wan just was not it for me. Like I thought it was the weakest episode thus far. I still think the show will be fine. Hopefully, it's got 2 more episodes, but I wasn't impressed with episode 4 at all. But Miss Marvel really blew me away. I was really surprised how much I loved it.
I heard this show is going to be really good from like people working on it. I said, oh my god, everybody loves it. They think it's fantastic. She-Hulk not so much, but you know, like Miss Marvel, they're really happy with it.
We'll see what She-Hulk. I mean, you hope for the best, obviously, but
and you prepare for the worst. Anyway, yeah. Man, today's news cycle has just been you know.
Yeah,
Black Adam was good.
Yeah, to be honest, like this is like the best time, the worst time to do a Miss Marvel discussion because everyone's focused on either Black Adam or Ezra Miller.
Yeah,
2 things I don't talk about on Marvel Mania.
Oh yeah, thank God. Oh god, that would have been awful. That would have been so bad.
I mean, maybe we'll touch on it a little later since like this is kind of like a free-flowing show. I was not expecting to go live, by the way. I talked about this earlier at the top of the show. Lightning struck my house. The power went out for about 3 hours. Everything was off. Everything was off. I didn't think I was going to be able to stream. It's been a disaster of a day for me. But luckily, the internet came back on, the power's back, and now I can stream and talk about Miss Marvel with you guys. So
yeah, you're always fun to talk to, man. You're more fun to talk to than Matt, who just like talks over you sometimes. And I like Matt, but you know,
Well, yeah.
I'm sorry, I don't want to cause any drama. I'm sorry.
No, you're fine. It's fine. But yeah, I mean, like I said, I mean, this is like a really solid premiere. No, it's all good, Don. Like I said, everything's fine now. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. Like, I know it's like you're gonna see a lot of bad. Like, when it was really funny, by the way, to bring up these negative assholes,
review bombing,
heel versus babyface. Even heel versus babyface could not really rag on the show that hard. I was shocked.
I call him.
I'll bring up his tweet real quick. Hold on. Because even him, because you guys know heel versus babyface, the guy's a moron, right?
Yeah.
Where is this tweet?
Yeah, he is. He said those horrible things about Tessa Thompson, and that was, I remember that. Yeah,
a fat, overweight white man. Yeah, who looks like a baby. Like, you know, he really should not be talking.
Even heel versus babyface. This is all he could say. Miss Marvel is a show. It's written poorly, directed nicely, and nothing happens at all. Review of myself and the critical drinker dropping later.
Oh no!
But here's the thing, though. Compared to what he normally says, this is very tame. That's how you know this is actually a pretty damn good show, because even his dumbass can't really say that much. He can't really like say anything like there's something woke about it. It's not really like doing anything. Like that's all they could say. Like that is one of the biggest endorsements I can say, because it's so good. Even the grifters can't really rag on it that hard.
Yep.
I mean, that's impressive.
That's really good. And again, the show really deserves, because it was like really, it was like so well put together, and actually like focuses on like the down to earth heroes that I've been kind of missing, like for the past couple of movies and shows. But yeah, no, it was like really good. I feel like Spider-Man had that role, but then he kind of like leveled up as a hero in No Way Home. And yeah, no, this is awesome. This show is fucking good. This has me even more excited for the Marvels. That's really good.
Because I loved Tiana Parrish is Monica, and Imani Vellani is I am shocked. Like not only
like
is she steeped in the source material, and then to see like them do this, take on the character where she's like this aspiring like YouTuber, and like she makes these videos, and then I like and them doing the AvengerCon aspect instead of doing the field party that they do in the comics. I just really, really, really just felt like even though I'm not, a 16-year-old girl anymore, like I felt like, I remember I was so like that when I was 16 too. And it reminds me, like when people brought up like the similarities with Homecoming, I feel that, so, yeah, like I don't have a lot of bad things to really say about it. And it really feels like a TV show. It doesn't feel like the first episode.
Yeah, I totally agree with you in that. And also, I feel like the direction from like two guys who did Bad Boys for Life. Okay, this makes me way more excited for Batgirl.
That was something that I instantly said too.
That's what I said too.
If this was as good as it was, imagine what they could do with Batgirl. I'm actually
brave for the Flash situation.
The only thing I'm worried about is maybe the writing of the Batgirl movie, but from a directing standpoint, I think it's going to be fantastic. From a visual perspective, I think it's going to be really solid.
I would say I'm actually more confident in that, because I did hear the Flash writing was actually really good. Like I heard the script for the Flash that Christina Hodson turned in was fantastic, and it just sounds pretty good to me. But I have faith in the Batgirl film. I really do. But it's just, he must not be named. That's it. But I'm sorry if I'm slurping it there. I'm just having a cocktail.
No, you're fine. It's all good. But yeah, I mean, like I said, I mean, this was surprisingly good. Like I said, I wasn't expecting much from this at all. I mean, like I said, it is just the first episode. Maybe it'll take a nosedive afterward. But if it even can retain half of the quality of this first episode, I think we're in for a really solid, good show.
The second episode is actually really good, from what people that have told me that. I'm trying to get screeners, but I can't seem to do it. But
well, getting screeners is complicated sometimes.
Yeah.
And like half the time they're not even finished. Like one guy like had this like screener for Peacemaker, and like it was like in a 4 a.m. framer thing. It wasn't even fully finished.
It happens sometimes where you don't get all the visual effects. I had to bring this up though, because this is just something I really don't like. And I like this person, by the way. I like this person. We follow each other on Twitter, but I don't like this take. I understand though. I believe he's part of the Muslim community. I think Desi. I don't know what that means. I'm very uneducated. Nah,
honestly, I would just probably stay away from that thing. Because again, if you're not educated on it, it's not worth having a discussion over. If they feel that way, they feel that way. I'm not gonna shame them for feeling that way.
I just don't like the idea where they are saying basically that if you're a white person, this show is not for you.
Okay, yeah, that's pretty bizarre.
Yeah, this is the thing I don't like. And again, I'm not trying to berate people, but I don't like this kind of comment saying that. Yeah. I don't like the idea of white people finding Miss Marvel relatable. The show isn't for you, and I don't think it's right to gatekeep this show if you're not Muslim or Pakistani.
Very bad. I'm sorry, Avati. That is a bad take. Again, I don't think this guy's a person's a bad person, but I do.
No. But I just don't like the idea of us gatekeeping. like I'm not like listen, I'm not saying we should do like cultural appropriation and like that, but like this is a show that like it's introducing. Let's be fair here. There are a lot of uneducated people in our society. Okay, there's a lot of people who don't know about Muslim or Pakistani culture. I'm learning stuff all the time about different cultures because that's like what my job's getting into. I have to embrace other cultures and learn about other cultures and cultural differences, right?
Totally.
This show is going to introduce concepts to people who don't know about certain things, right? So there's a responsibility with that too. And sometimes like, even if like, obviously, okay, I can never relate to the cultural ideals of a Muslim Pakistani girl and the Muslim traditions, right? I can't relate to that part. But if people can relate to Kamala Khan via different means, but come to understand how it's different from her perspective as a Muslim Pakistani girl growing up in New Jersey, then that's something that should be embraced, not like gatekept against or lambasted. Like, I'm a Latino man, but I can relate to some of the things she's going through a little bit.
110%. And actually, probably one of my favorite Star Wars characters, you're gonna find this kind of funny, is actually John Boyega's Finn. Like, you know, I as a white dude, some people would assume that I'm like a fan of Luke Skywalker, but I'm actually more a fan of like Pedro Pascal's Din Djarin and Finn's. Those characters kind of relate to me the most, you know, because they are the down to earth people. You know, they aren't like superpowers. You know, that's just me. But what do I know, right?
Yeah, right. What do we know? But you relate to it. I mean, so a lot of times you have to use self-identify to characters that look like you. But I know what it was like to be that, you know, 16-year-old girl that kind of didn't fit in and didn't understand my place, and like, you know, grew up in a very, you know, very different like Southern Baptist, like strict home, and like kind of like trying to find my place and navigate through it. So I feel like even though culturally my situation is different and I'm, you know, from the South and, you know, from the country, I really could see, and it reminded me of when I was kind of going through that and trying to find your footing, right? And then feeling like, are you weird? Do people think you're this weird person because you like, you know, superheroes? And in her world, it's real, you know? So like, to me, I really, really, really connected with Kamala, and I really connected with her mother as well. And just like her family and her brother and all of them.
Her family was very instantly likable. Like you mentioned it before, actually, when you came in, but that scene, real quick, some spoiler alert here, but the scene where like the dad comes in dressed up as the Hulk, it was so funny, but then immediately it turns heartbreaking. Where like what she says genuinely hurt her dad to the point where he's like start like almost crying, like like it's like, oh shit, you know, like that was like a really real moment. Like there's real empathy here, there's real characterization, emotional moments already in this first episode. I'm like,
that's something that Naomi didn't really have very much there. And this show like completely like doubles down on like the humor and the drama kind of mixed together very well. Where something like Moon Knight kind of had a little bit of an uneven, shaky thing there, which the show I still like, but I just feel like sometimes the tones were there. But this thing just kind of like matched perfectly. It was just a perfect balance of everything swept together there.
Yeah. Justin Shields saying, RJ, I like Miss Marvel, but I still don't like the power changes, and I just wish they had kept the polymorph powers, Terrigenesis and Terrigen crystals, and kept her being inhuman. And you know what, Justin? I can completely understand that point. Like I said, I'm not in love with the change just yet, but I will say in this episode, it didn't bother me as much as I thought it would. Now, it could get bad later, right? But as of right now, I'm okay with it. I can tolerate the change. I don't love it, but thus far, it's not bothering me to where I'm getting like upset with it, if that makes sense.
And if I'm being honest, I feel like introducing the Inhumans, introducing the Terrigen Mist shit, like all that stuff, I think that would have taken away from Kamala Khan's like story in the show so far. I think this is honestly more the fact that it is tied more to her family. I think is more relatable. I think it kind of shows you, you know, like how like our legacy of family can actually be a lot more than we actually think, you know. Now we could use that to sort of like form that there. That to me is like a lot more poignant in my view. That's just me, but that's just me.
Oh, I agree. Like, because like, you know, we all kind of like, you know, traditions and things are also, you know, passed down through so many different families. Like, and I like that connection that, you know, this was, her grandmother, and then kind of like the idea of like her mother might, rejecting that idea and that notion, and then her, connecting with this power, and what is all that about. So I'm really interested to see what happens, but I'm kind of like RJ right now. It doesn't bother me, but we also didn't have a lot of it in the episode. So I'm curious to see after episode 1 and 2, because episode 3, a different director comes in, and just seeing, hopefully, continues like the same tone and pacing throughout the rest of the season. But yeah, like right now for me, the power change for what they're doing in the show makes sense for me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, I would have to agree with that. Datboy22 say, do you think they changed their power since Rewatch is coming soon? I honestly don't know the reasoning behind it. I wish I did. I just don't know.
I mean, they kind of pushed back on that a little bit, and said that it wasn't necessarily about, Kevin Feige, the exact quote was that, in the Marvel comics was a specific continuity at that time. And now we're in the MCU and we're in a specific MCU continuity, and it didn't make sense for the storyline, and for the story that they're trying to tell. And then like I was watching a New York Rockstars video and he brought up this really good point that like about how does one's power connect to these different religious beliefs and things that people believe culturally, especially in a time in the MCU when we're getting different characters and different people of all different backgrounds. And we've seen like in Moon Knight the avatars and Egyptian deities, and now we've seen the things that we're at Bass and Black Panther, and that's going to be expanded upon, and Thor Love and Thunder dealing with gods. So I wonder if that's like a good take and a good idea. So I'm wondering if that may be what it's about, and like how does being a superhero affect you culturally and where you come from, right? And necessarily what you believe in. So I think that that's a cool tie, that possibly if that's the route that they're going with, different religions and how that connects to everyone, within this bigger, larger world of the MCU.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, and I can understand too the idea that they want to like make her powers like more visually distinct, that way she can stand alongside Captain Marvel and Photon. I guess. I mean, I don't know. We'll see. I mean, we still have a lot of episodes to go. They could introduce Inhuman elements later. It's always a possibility. You never know.
Speaking of Black Panther, there may be a trailer, not this week, but in the next 2 weeks. Just wanted to.
Well, Disney did say though that the rumor
that's
not coming. Yeah,
but there is one coming very soon.
It would make sense. Like maybe not Game 4, the finals, but maybe another game like Game 5, Game 6.
Yep. I was probably going to be on a Monday because, again, they released the trailers on a Monday for some
Marvel
reason.
Mondays.
Mm-hmm. Yo, there we go. Yeah, definitely. But yeah, the show's awesome. I do love the family. I love the aspects of it. This to me beats Loki, beats Moon Knight, beats WandaVision. This to me is probably the best premiere episode. Let's see where the show goes from here. But I am very excited, and considering after watching Obi-Wan, I'm just like, oh man, I just had to rewatch Marvel again to just cleanse it out of my eyes. That episode, oh, that was terrible.
Yeah.
I have to rewatch episode 4 of Kenobi.
I didn't love it. I didn't love it,
but I didn't hate it. But I felt like there were a lot of moments where I was cringing when we were watching it. RJ,
it was sort of like Laffy Taffy. When you eat it first, it's but then when you try to taste it, you just, especially when you get a banana flavor, it just gets so it's stuck in your teeth, and you're just I'm just kind of stuck here. But yeah, it's not very good. But I don't know, whatever.
Well, yeah, like I said, Jelly Code, it is just the first episode, but it was really good. I mean, you have to understand too, our expectations were not very high, so it actually turned to be a great episode. We're going to talk about that and plus about that more. Versus something like Obi-Wan, where our expectations were high, it's not meaning those high expectations. It's just the way it goes. Miss Marvel, I think, is what, 6 episodes?
6 episodes.
6 episodes.
So I figured, okay.
So if it's 50 minutes long for each one, I have faith in this one. Please be good.
Oh yeah, she did talk about Black Bolt.
Yeah, she did.
Bolt dirty. Iman Vellani, man, she's funny. She's funny. She's really, she's really spunky when it comes to talking to Kevin Feige. She ain't scared to talking to him and yelling at him.
Yeah,
No,
and
it's not a yell.
she
it's
loves
more-
Iron Man. Like I'm like, that's my girl. Like I love Iron Man. Like I read so many Iron. Like I'm telling you, she loves Iron Man. And then she even said that she thought they did Black Bolt dirty. She didn't like the fact that the MCU was the 616, which she called out. Which I've talked about that before. Which I thought that was really cool that she brought that up.
Yeah,
because
like, what's
the
the joke
designation
now?
of what the MCU was 9199999 in the sense that it would go on forever and ever and ever. And now they
I see.
changed that within the continuity of the MCU.
Yep.
Yeah,
but
well,
in
it
in my Marvel encyclopedia, which I have, was when they made that distinction. It says it's 0199999. So
Right.
she's very right about that.
Isn't the joke now that when Kevin Feige retires, they're gonna get her to take over?
Yeah.
Maybe. Yeah.
By the way, real quick, I love the opening 2 minutes with the animation.
Yes,
Like
that
that
was
was really cool. I really liked that. That was really well done. I was like, this is dope. And I love how they explain too. So they explain how the world knows about the battle in Endgame.
Yes.
Yep.
And then
Scott
also
Lang's
Scott Lang has
podcast.
a podcast. What, Little Me, Big Me? Wasn't that?
Yeah,
or was it
Little
Big
Me,
Me,
Big
Little
Me,
Me.
yeah.
Little Me, Big Me. I thought, and that
And
sounds
notice
like
too on her
this version
YouTube
of
channel.
Scott Lang, yeah.
Here's a good idea. They want to make Disney Plus content. Kamala Khan's YouTube channel. Each week we get an episode of one of her YouTube videos. That would be funny. That'd be cool. Because you notice one of them was like a shipping video between Ant-Man and Wasp.
Yes. And like they're going on their like honeymoon tour. And then I thought it was cool, like how she had like 5 views on like her videos.
Yeah, she had 5. Like I relate right now. I get 5. Like
been
I
there.
understand, Kamala.
Yeah.
Marvel's gonna have to reboot one day, probably, but not for a while.
Oh yeah, totally. But I think they're doing pretty well so far. Yeah.
That assumes we're gonna be alive by 2050, Anthony. But yeah,
probably. Yeah. But we got to make it for the 2020s, guys. Let me tell you,
it's gonna be the 2020s first.
The 2020s are gonna be like just awful.
The last 2 years have been what?
They've been so bad. Just oh my god.
I know.
For pop culture, for fucking the world. And not to mention we're in a midterms right now. It's gonna be.
We are in the midterms. Yeah.
Yes, we are.
Very important. Make sure you go out there and vote.
Please vote and vote for who you feel is right, but just do it.
Yeah. Sorry for making that political.
No, I try not.
It's not political.
I can make
political
it
to say go
too,
vote.
But,
real quick, Justin here saying RJ Miss Marvel is Marvel's version of Stargirl. I don't know necessarily. I get the comparison, kinda. But real quick, we have some breaking news from the comic side of things. I have to plug this because I love Chip Zdarsky. He is returning to Daredevil, folks.
That's pretty
2 Devils
cool.
are better than 1. Matt Murdock and Elektra Natchios return this July in Chip Zdarsky and Marco Chisido's new run on Daredevil. So
I need to hurry up.
If you have not read, by the way, if you have not read Chip Zdarsky's Daredevil run, please go read it. It's one of the best things in comics. It's so good. It's so good.
Really good.
Yeah.
His Daredevil run is probably just as iconic as like any other run on the character. It is so good. So and this is coming out right on the heels of Devil's Reign, that event series. So, and it's going to be highlighting both Elektra and Matt Murdock. And I like Elektra as the other Daredevil. I like that there's 2 Daredevils now. One's Elektra. I actually really like that. The way they handled that was really well done. So, go read comics, folks. Go read comics.
Yes.
Yeah, definitely read comics. I'm actually reading the Mark Waid run.
Everybody go read The Death of Doctor Strange too.
I actually read that. That's actually really good, actually.
I'm still like I just finished like the Avengers issue part of it. But yeah, I've just finally got all of the issues. But reading it here, it's really, really good. It's really good. Guys, read it. Check it out.
Yeah.
So speaking of TV,
have
you guys been catching up on the Lois and Superman and Lois stuff? Because I've been trying to catch up on that.
I'm so behind.
I'm really behind too. I'm gonna just wait. I'm probably just gonna binge it eventually.
God, I hope season 3 is not the last season of that because I do quite love that show. It's so good. Just Don't destroy everything. Get rid of Gotham Knights, get rid of the Flash, but don't get rid of Superman Lois. Please don't do that.
Yeah.
I hopefully I think maybe it'll move to HBO Max, maybe.
HBO Max, yes.
I could see
yes.
that happening when they move it there.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people who love the show that are thinking that might be a possibility. I'm like,
Wait, hold on.
really
Okay, Anthony,
behind,
wait
though.
on. Anthony says Punisher will come back to the MCU. Maybe one day I can see
No,
that.
I actually don't see that. Like so many people of mine at Marvel said, we have no plans for Punisher because he's I'm not gonna like what I have to say, but some people
I
kind
know
of
what
think
you.
him
Yep.
I know he's political now, kind of.
he's a little political
I mean, come on, let's think of
it's
I know
bunch of
there's a lot going on
idiots,
with
a
gun
bunch of
violence.
idiots.
Well, gun violence too lately.
also
you
a
know.
lot of gun violence. Oh my god! Actually,
Yeah, that too, and then a lot of idiots have co-opted, him and his
His
moniker,
logo,
and
yeah.
his logo, and John Bernthal. I wish he could, be the Punisher in the MCU, but
You never know. You never know. You change the character a little bit, change it up, it could work, but we'll see. But I don't know if you would recast Elektra. I don't even know if Elektra will be in the new Daredevil in the MCU. They made us leave. I don't know. They got to bring Elektra back eventually, I guess. And Bullseye. I mean, Bullseye's the biggest thing they got to do too.
yeah.
So, I don't know. We shall see. But real quick, since you know what, we're just kind of shooting the shit. Real quick, Ashley, you saw Jurassic World Dominion.
I want to see your review for this, please.
I'm gonna put it up. I was just waiting because, like, even though I'm not like an actual like reviewer or anything, I wanted to wait.
Yeah, reviewer window. Come on.
Thank you. So I will say, I was very excited to see the OGs come back, right? And I like the fact that they're not just there as a cameo, that they're a really big part of the story. However, I wish we got more Jeff Goldblum, right? I feel like he's not in it enough. And then like the dinosaurs existing in the world, to me, some of it's very, very, very silly. Like there's one scene that I'm not going to really get into it because I don't want to spoil anything. But it's during this climactic moment and there's some dinosaurs change. It's just really, really silly. And I think when you see it, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. It just doesn't work for me. And then like what they do at Maisie's character, like I feel like it just gets really just like out of left field.
I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
Would you call this the rise of Skywalker of the Jurassic World series? Is it kind of like that where it kind of ends in a thud?
Yeah. And I found myself very bored at times. Like, even though there's a lot of action happening, and like I just feel like you had so many great people in this film and it was a mess. Like you had like at times it felt like there were too many things going on. And so the story was all over the place. And then I was kind of curious, and this is like a nitpick. I'm like curious, like, why didn't they bring back what was the little girl's name in Jurassic Park that plays Jeff Goldblum's daughter, Vanessa Chester? I'm like, why didn't they bring her back
with any of the kids from the first movie too?
Yeah, so that was a little interesting for me. But
do they still act also? Did they? Like,
I think the boys still acts, but not the girl.
And Vanessa Chester, she still acts, but I mean, she's been in like not really big things, but I feel like the girl that came in and took her part, she didn't wow me. I don't feel like she did anything that I was like, wow, she's awesome in this role. Like, like it just seemed, know, and I like Chris Pratt a lot in a lot of things. And even in this, I felt like he had no charisma really. He just seemed really flat here. It just seemed, and I don't like mindless action just for mindless action. And I felt like a lot of it was just like, oh, we're gonna do this thing because, because we have to. We got dinosaurs in this world. It's just not very good.
Totally. Can I just say, I feel like Universal is like kind of just like run their franchise to the ground. Like you have Fast 9 last year, you had Halloween Kills, now you have Jurassic World Dominion. It's just like 3 strikes and you're out. You know what I mean? It's just that's kind of,
they're working some things out, but we'll see.
And this is like a lackluster conclusion. Like if this is the end of the
I don't think it's the end.
Please make it the end, guys.
It should be the end. I really think it. And I mean, they would have to. what else can you do with dinosaurs at this point? You've done brought them into the real world. I mean,
Make them dance.
I mean, there's a possibility, but it's just
It's time to let it go,
I don't.
guys.
Yeah, I don't care. At all.
It's time to let this thing go. And again, I love the first Jurassic World, and I've kind of grown to appreciate the second one. But I'm just ready for this to be over. Let Chris Pratt go do his crappy Tomorrow War film sequel, which, God, that movie was kind of he's kind of like the Tom Holland effect, where every time he goes into a movie, like, he's good in it, but like he just picks the worst movies. He's doing a Garfield movie, he's doing that Super Mario Brothers film with like Illumination, blah. And again, I like Chris Pratt. I've actually met him once. He seems like a really great human being, but man, he's got to get a new agent.
Yeah. So I do want to bring up something that's not entertainment related, but this is a really important situation.
Okay.
In regards to YouTube as a platform. And that is the Ackman situation. Have you guys heard about this at all?
No, I have not.
Okay.
No,
so
what is this?
Long story short, there was a YouTuber who was abusing the copyright strike system. They went after Ackman. Ackman called him out on YouTube. Now YouTube is going after. Now YouTube is siding with Quantum, not Ackman. They demonetized his channel. They removed him from the YouTube partnership program, and they're basically hurting his livelihood. So right now,
he's the one that did the. Okay, I know who he is because I've seen his video about Quantum TV. Correct? That's who this is.
Yeah, that was this guy. Yeah, he's a great content creator. He does a lot of great video game reviews and everything. They've taken down his video calling out YouTube for how they're not abiding by their standards. YouTube actually took down his video for calling them out, and now they've demonetized him for calling out YouTube.
Meanwhile, you have. I'm not gonna.
I know. So right now, there's a hashtag called Justice for Ackman trending in the top 3 right now. So people are campaigning for YouTube to finally step up and do something to stop.
I hope he gets it, man.
And fix it.
So I do too.
Like I said, I really hope for the best with the situation because this is some bullshit.
Yeah,
this is some hard.
Definitely.
And like I said, I'm kind of simplifying it, but this platform, this is some of the darkest days of YouTube for what's going on with Ackman. Like I'm not even kidding. This is some dark shit. Like if this has happened in the Ackman, us smaller content creators are gonna be fucked. So take a stand now. Stand up for Ackman. Hopefully we can make the platform better because this is some bullshit.
Yeah, because I'm not gonna get into on my soapbox, but you literally have people on this platform that have bigger platforms that have done some horrendous things to people, and they are still monetized, and they are still on this platform, and they're making YouTube a lot of money, right? And they're doing things that impact other people in very negative ways, and they are still monetized and still have a platform and use tactics that are very disgusting. And here is this guy who just made a video, and it should have been under fair usage, and now he's demonetized, and then he called you out and you take his video down. It just seems
it's like a conspiracy. I think they're really trying to silence him, and I don't understand why. It's just bizarre stuff is going on right now, and it's not cool. There's just some weird shit going on with YouTube as a platform lately, and it's very concerning.
It is.
So, like I said, you hope for the best. You take a stand now, and hopefully, things can be better in the future. But shit's just getting crazy, y'all. It's getting crazy. The other thing I will address just really quickly, because I know people kept asking about it in the chat. I don't really want to go on a soapbox and talk about this much either. But Ezra Miller is trending again, number 6 in the top 10s. All I will say is this. Wait for both sides to come out with their stories. I have no clue what the hell's going on. It's not a good headline. It's really bad. The person who's involved, the adolescent girl, who I think is 18 now, is saying that, no, this is not true. My parents are lying. The parents are saying that, no, she's been manipulated and brainwashed by Ezra. I have no clue what the fuck's going on at this point.
Oh, are we talking about the Ezra thing? I'm sorry.
I'm just mentioning it really quickly. I don't want to go into a whole tirade about it. I'm just saying, wait for both sides. We'll see what happens. Let the proper due process happen. Let the investigations happen. There probably will need to be an investigation. It's not a good headline to be out there, but I think that people should not be rushing to conclusions on either side yet.
I do want to say one thing here, right?
Yeah, go ahead.
And I'm not condemning Ezra or anything like that because I don't have all the facts. But I will say when someone is groomed, right, especially her relationship, and it's like a platonic friendship, right? And he is someone who has status and power and money. And so if he was giving her drugs and things like that when she's underage, that is concerning, right? Yeah. But we also kind of do need to listen to what she's saying and saying that this possibly didn't happen. But also, I'm going to be the devil's advocate. If she is being groomed and she's still an 18-year-old girl, someone who's being groomed would say, they're not doing this to me.
Well, when you're being groomed, sometimes you don't even realize you're being groomed.
Yeah, because I know it's like it's something that creeps into your mind, and you will reject all those other notions and think, no, that's not what's happening.
What's up, Chris?
Chris? But I'm not gonna condemn Ezra for this. I just wanted to point out those facts. I'm not someone that wants to jump on a bandwagon or anything against him because, like I said, I don't have the information. But we just kind of need to think that maybe your parents are really concerned.
Yeah. Okay. You know what? I'm sorry, RJ. I have been trying to give Ezra the benefit of the doubt for years now. I said about the choke thing. Oh, that just seemed like a playful thing. Oh, that just seemed like nothing there. But man, these past couple months have really made me change my tune on Ezra. And I'm not gonna say much, but where the fuck are his agents? Where are his people? What is going? Where the fuck are all the people around Ezra? Why is this continuing to happen? This is starting to become a Michael Jackson situation where nobody said no to this guy, and look where it's going. It's just this is everybody. Ezra Miller's dropped the ball, but I think even more so, everybody around Ezra Miller has just dropped the ball and is not hold this person accountable. It's such bullshit. And the fact that look, I don't mean to compare innocence, but the fact that Will Smith got canceled because of a slap and Ezra Miller still gets to walk around. And again, Will Smith shouldn't have slapped Chris Rock at all. I think that's bad. But the fact that Will Smith got his entire career destroyed because over that thing is just kind of. And Ezra Miller still gets to walk hanky dory in Hawaii saying you I'm going around assaulting people. Well, I wouldn't say that, but it's mind boggling to me. And I'm just so over this shit. It's just Ezra, get your shit together or just go away. All right, enough. I look. I don't have all the facts. I do know he was suffering from somebody in his life died over something, and he's been kind of off the rails, but at a certain point you can't use it as a crutch to do all this crazy bullshit. It is too much, and it's time for somebody to take fucking action because it's bullshit. It's really bullshit that yeah.
By the way, hi Chris.
What's up, Chris? I wasn't gonna jump in until the Ezra shit triggered me.
Hey, bro.
And then Ashley said everything I wanted to say.
Well, I apologize.
I'm not taking no sides on this. I was just
addressing it really quickly.
No, I get it.
And, I didn't want to make it.
And I'm not taking no sides on this, but at the same time, just little shit is bothering me about this. Even if, I don't know why this is coming out now and all these things are starting
to
the parents, hit Ezra all the time.
Well, the parents filed legal.
Right. What I mean is the timing of all the stuff that's happening with Ezra over the past few months. Okay. After a while, it just gets
2 years.
Yeah. Whatever it is, I don't care if he did groom or not groom. I will say this. It's fucking weird that a grown man's hanging out with a 12-year-old, and it's fucking weird that parents would let that kid fly at 14 to go visit
I think the
London.
child ran away, apparently, from
the
what
London
I'm
thing, though,
understanding.
flying to London, that's weird. And all the,
it's the Michael
Anthony
Jackson
Beltray,
over
I'm
again.
sorry, but you sound fucking stupid, dude. I'm going to be honest. Anthony. You sound fucking dumb
Who?
saying that, oh, the parents just want money. I don't see the parents trying to sue anybody for anything. I just see them
They
trying
want
to
their
put
fucking child safety.
Yeah, they just want an order of protection. That's it. That's got nothing to do with money. So you running around constantly throwing that bullshit, planting that seed in everybody's mind about how, oh, the parents are broken. They just want money. I don't see the parents asking for any fucking money. I just see a lot of people
They
lately
want their
coming
child
forward.
safe.
Yeah, I just see a lot of people coming forward lately saying, look, this Ezra guy, he's not really all there. You know, they're not really saying what he did or didn't do. As far as grooming, I'm not going to go that far and say he did something like that. But I will say this. I'm a little sick of people, even people in our circles, throwing out all this vague shit. Like they got this inside information that they know about and they fucking don't. Just stop it. Okay. Or I'm going to lose respect for you. Okay.
Oh, you're talking
Plain and
about
simple.
me?
I don't want to hear about how fucking, oh, I got all this inside information and this is what's really going on. I don't want to fucking hear that shit. It sounds like bullshit to me, man. It sounds like vague bullshit. It sounds
To
like
cover up.
people. It sounds like people playing both sides because in the end, look, my girlfriend Tina, she doesn't read the fucking shit very often in our Twitter groups, but she does watch the streams, and she said, my God, Chris, some of these DC fans, they will just waterboard you to death with excuses because they don't give a fuck about the victims. They just want to make sure that movie comes out. And she doesn't do comic books. She doesn't do this YouTube life. She doesn't do this internet stuff. So she's calling it. If she's willing to say that, and she has nothing to do with this kind of stuff,
Yeah,
what are
and
all
it
the other
sucks.
normies thinking, guys?
And it sucks because the Flash is actually apparently really good. I heard from
Mhm.
the other people that
Well,
the movie is fantastic.
Yeah,
The
well, it's
movie's
been
great.
test screening and people.
And
seem
I do
like
not
people
want to
test screens seem
condemn
like it.
Ezra. I hope this movie comes out. I hope everybody gets what they want. And I hope this guy is innocent of everything they like that TikTok girl that came out and accused him of all this
Yeah,
weird
that was
shit.
weird.
That
And
was
all
weird,
these
too.
parents now, and then the shit that happened at the bar. Look, whatever it is, it's still not It's not behavior becoming of a grown man. Fuck the fact that he's a celebrity. Fuck that he's in the DC universe. Fuck all that. Fuck that he eats dinner and has champagne with Zack fucking Snyder. Fuck all that. None of that matters. What matters is this man is not behaving the way a man should behave. Plain and simple. And I'm tired of all these people making fucking excuses for him just because they want a movie to come out. And don't act
Yeah.
like that's not what the fuck you're doing, because it's what the fuck you're doing. I'm sorry, I don't mean
Yeah.
to rant about this on your
Yeah,
channel.
I mean,
I will just say this really
as a
quickly, though.
parent, it is
Yeah,
very
go ahead, Ashley.
concerning. I will say that. I would never want my child around a grown adult, right?
Yeah.
Whether it's just a friendship without my supervision at all. And so that seems a little strange. I will say that. And the last thing that I will say about this, maybe this was not intentional. Maybe because Ezra has dependency issues and he, befriended this person, who was non-binary, and he felt like he connected with them. And then he was in the throes of using drugs, which doesn't make it okay, right? And then you're handing drugs out to this child. Maybe you're not grooming this child. But if you are giving drugs and illegal substances,
that's what I mean.
That's
even
worse. A problem, and there's no excuse for that.
No excuse.
We'll have to see.
True. If it's true, and that's why Ashley, before I got in here, right when you brought me in, Ashley was saying everything I already wanted to say. I'm not choosing sides. I want to wait for all the information to come out. But I'm just saying, maybe Ezra does feel like he has to be a beacon for that type of people because they don't really have that kind of voice yet, the neurodivergence, the non-binaries, the people that he's trying, when he went on and did that rant about the KKK, I didn't get mad at him. I knew exactly what he was fucking saying. Everyone's like, that guy's being fucking weird. No, that guy felt threatened and he used his platform to have a voice, and maybe he's trying to raise other voices. That's fine. But all these people that start taking sides right away before they even know the information, and then the people saying that they've got the information, that bothers me. That shit bothers me. I don't like that vague shit, man. That's Syl and Mikey shit, bro. That's what that is. And I don't like it. And I really don't like it seeing coming from my group, from the people that I love. I really don't like it coming from them.
Well, I will reserve my initial my judgments because I don't like to place, judgment or condemn anybody for things that they might not have done. But I feel like but there's just like a pattern of his behavior.
Okay,
at times it's concerning. That's all.
Just two quick things, okay? The first thing is that supposedly what's being flown around is that the well, I don't know if she's a girl. I believe they're non-binary, but this person this person is non-binary and her parents are apparently homophobic bigots, and that's why she ran away, and that's why she found comfort with Ezra. I don't know if that's the case. I don't know. Again, not going to jump to conclusions. The other thing I will say, Chris, just to address your point, and then we can move on, I would just say this. I understand your frustration. It feels like we were constantly being told we need to wait for all the information to come out, and that eventually he will say something, his representatives will say something. I do trust the person who's saying this, and I will not like vague them or anything, or like be like, you know, talk down about them. I trust them. If they feel like something's going to come out eventually, I will take their word for it.
Oh, no, not him, RJ, not him.
Not him.
Talking about.
Okay,
not
him.
him. That's not who I'm talking about. No.
Okay, I was just confused because the way you were talking, I wasn't.
No. If there was anybody, I would.
Yeah.
If there was anybody I would trust on that it would be him. You know what I mean?
Okay.
That's not.
I'm just making sure because if there's anybody in the situation that I trust when he says something that he knows and he's in contact with people, I trust him on this.
I know who you're talking about. I believe.
That's not who I did. Why is that? Is that who it sounded like? That's not who I meant.
It sounded like you were talking about him.
No, that's not who.
I thought so too.
If there's anybody I trust, it's Enosh. I'm just gonna let you know that now, okay? But like all the other shit, like I don't mean to go in so hard on Anthony. I fucking love Beltray, okay? But all this throwing it out there like out of nowhere, just like, oh, her parents want money. Man, that bothers me. Now, maybe this girl isn't a victim, but every real victim out there gets that kind of shit thrown out there, and I hate it. It muddies the water. It poisons the well, man. We don't know. It's a restraining order. That's it. They're not asking for any fucking money, so them being broke has nothing to do with it. I'm not trying to, and it's not just Anthony. I've seen a lot of people say that shit. I'm like, whoa, pump your brakes, man. Let's not start going at each other's throats. I'm more mad about people wanting to go at each other's throats in our group about Ezra than I am about the actual Ezra situation. I hope it works itself out. I hope everybody gets what they want. You know, because I know RJ, actually, you guys, we've seen this before. We know where this is going. All right. By tomorrow or the next day, our group is going to be at each other's throats over this Ezra shit. You watch, mark my words. It happens.
Well, that's why I'm trying not to even.
RJ's trying to make a peace, but RJ, I get it. I know RJ, you like to try to keep the peace. But
it is a big story, and you got to report on it.
Just mention it, just because.
People were asking in the chat, and I was just trying to address it quickly, just give my 2 cents and move on, because I'm not going to be covering this repeatedly. I'm not doing it.
But speaking of other DC news, there something else kind of happened the other night that I found very fascinating.
Like Adam?
No, not that. It was actually Aquaman 2 test screened again.
Yeah.
Why are they doing reshoots or something?
They're testing other versions because apparently the one that they screened last night had more Amber Heard footage, so they're trying to see what version is going to work better. The one with less Amber Heard, or more Amber Heard.
Heard. You know what? I think everyone's going to like the version without Amber the most. Just write her out in exposition, kill her off screen.
I'm going to be honest with you. I probably shouldn't say this.
I don't want them to kill Meera though. Like.
Just recast,
they can recast her. There's a lot of people that can throw on a red wig and look sexy. You know,
here's the thing. Here's the thing about the movie, though. Even without the whole Amber Heard thing,
not that the sexy part's the only thing that matters. Ashley, I know what you're thinking. That's not what I meant, but you know what I meant.
Okay. Well, I don't know if people are gonna like this. I've heard mixed to okay things about the movie. It's kind of like the first Aquaman. I'm not saying it's bad or terrible, but it's kind of, in the middle grounds in that. But again, the movie's still coming in March, so we still got plenty of time there. But
they got time to do reshoots too, don't they?
Yeah, they do. They got plenty of time. But we'll see about that. But I don't know. But man, that oh god, dude, good thing they pushed those 2 movies back. Because if they were coming out this year, oh man, they would be so fucked. It's just like, especially if David Zaslav just fucking ripping people to shreds at Warner, but like, is fucked. Like, I said this when I said that when Diamande got canceled it wasn't moved for HBO Max. I'm like, this is not the last J.J. Abrams show that's being canceled at Warner's. Like I heard like David Zaslav fucking yelled at J.J. Abrams. Like he was like, "What were you thinking? What the fuck? We gave you $500 and they were like,
$500 million worth of you gave us a fucking cartoon. You better get your fucking ass busy."
no. But like, they were actually like fighting it out, and it was just.
I don't give a shit if it's Cloverfield 3. Get your ass in gear. Give us something. Make a Lost movie. I don't give a shit.
There was a lot of tension between there. It was truly true here, and I'm very doubtful that Superman project is going to be coming in. What sucks is I heard the script was like really fucking good, but it's just really expensive too. So
well, before I get out of here, guys, I didn't get a chance to ask you. I did get to see Ashley's videos. That was awesome. You know,
well, quick,
both of them. But I would want to ask you guys real quick before I dip. I just want to say, the Prey trailer. Did you guys like it?
Just awesome.
Great.
Okay, awesome. That's awesome. And Black Adam, yeah, it looks fun. Yeah,
looks fantastic.
It doesn't look spectacular, but it looks really fun, right?
It looks okay. I wish the trailer would have showed more action. I feel like it was holding a lot back, to be honest. But I like what we got.
And I already know how you guys feel about last night's episode of Obi-Wan. I actually enjoyed it, believe it or not. There were some cringy parts, but I did enjoy it. So I don't want to talk about Obi, but I do want to ask you guys about. How great was that Miss Marvel episode?
So
how fun was it? I had zero expectations, and I went in and watched it, and it was really fun, man. You know, that's crazy.
Chris, this is what I said. I went in expecting nothing good. I honestly thought, I'm just kind of watching this out of obligation. I'm not looking forward to this. I don't think it's going to be that great. I'm like, whatever. I watched it. I was blown away by how much I loved that episode.
It's
that was
really fun. I love the cartoons going on the walls, and it's just so fun, man. It's like Pete's Dragon meets the Marvel Cinematic Universe with a young little Miss Marvel. It's just really good. I don't know why they changed their powers. I'm with you guys, but I'm okay with it. I'm having a
well. That's what I was saying. Like the power change, I'm not for sure about the power change yet, but like so far, I don't hate it. Like I'm not mad about it. Like I'm like, okay, it works in the context of what I'm watching. Like I'm not upset about it, you know.
It was a lot of fun, man. I had a lot of fun with it, and I just when I want to find out what you guys really know, what you really think of them, I just watch your videos. I watch Ashley's videos. I watch your videos. I watch Isaac's videos. There's news about Joker too. There's a lot of stuff we could talk about, but I don't want to waterboard you with my bullshit. So I'm gonna dip out of here.
No, come on, man. I like talking to you. You're always fun to talk to.
I know, but you know, I kind of tend to come in and rant, take over the show. You saw how mad I got over that stupid Ezra shit, and then I almost You know, I don't want.
We gotta do a video on that, me and you, Chris.
We can for sure. Yeah. We can do one. Yeah. We'll get ostracized by quite a few people.
I mean, listen, Anthony. Like, I know, like you don't really want to watch this
Anthony.
Marvel, but I'd say at least give it a chance. I don't think you'll hate it. I don't think you'll hate it.
I think you'll be surprised, Anthony. I mean,
was shocked. I was shocked that I enjoyed it. I didn't want the episode to end. That's when I know something's good, when you don't want it to end.
Yeah,
and that's how much, and we only get 6 episodes of this. I'm like, wow, it's because I'm very scorned right now. Don't get me wrong. I love this Obi-Wan show because I'm an Obi-Wan fan. He's my second favorite character of all time. He's my number 1 favorite Jedi. But when you put my favorite thing in the whole world and the favorite character in the whole world on the screen and you don't get it right, you got a lot of loopholes in there, a lot of plot holes in there, a lot of cringe moments. It kind of hurts my feelings. So I'm a little bit sad about what happened with Obi. I hope the last 2 episodes make up for it. You know, I'm going to do a thing where I go through each episode and I rate that episode. Then I'm going to do the average on my own, the way they do on Metacritic. And I was kind of wanting everybody else to do that too. But I'm going to dip out of here.
You excited for Jurassic World Dominion?
I'm excited for that. And I'm excited for Elvis, believe it or not. I'm taking my mom to see Elvis.
Oh, yeah. Cool. Actually, I'm going to a press screening for that.
Even though Max almost ruined it for me.
I'm really excited.
Like, yeah, you heard about Elvis. He liked all those little kids. And I'm like, wait, what? Like, he just threw it. I don't know. I've never heard that before, RJ. I've never heard that before.
I don't think it's really a real thing. I don't know.
So I don't know, but I'm gonna get out of here. Ashley, you have the greatest curls on YouTube. Just let everybody know she has the greatest curls on YouTube. And I love you guys. And I'm gonna get out of here and let you finish your show. All right?
Yeah. All right. See you, Chris.
Cool. God, I love Chris.
Yeah.
This is awesome. Can we talk about the Black Adam trailer? Because I really want to talk about it.
Well,
actually, don't worry about it.
This is a Marvel show.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
We're probably going to talk about
Mania.
Right. I mean, though we haven't all over the place this show, but that's just the way.
There's a lot of news.
Sometimes. Yeah.
I know.
I think we're going to end it here though, because I got to make dinner. Plus, too, I got to watch Obi-Wan and Miss Marvel again with my family, so I got to do that.
Aww,
we will probably talk about Black Adam on Max's show if he does a stream tonight, which he probably will.
Yeah. Tell him to send him a link because I actually want to talk to him about the Black Adam trailer because I heard the movie's actually shaping up really good now, It's really good now. I heard people say yes, there were some problems with the editing stuff there, but the movie now is like in full effect. It's ready to kick ass. Please, The Rock has to save DC. He's gonna carry it on the back of his sexy ass bag, and he's gonna carry it up the fucking pyramids.
$2 billion, I think.
He's gonna
Said
carry
it.
this fucking franchise. All right. He's the Viagra. He's the Viagra for franchises. You know.
Hopefully, we'll see.
Yeah.
But on that note, Non-Kino, where can people find you?
You can find me on the Twitters. You can find me pretty much everywhere RJ and Widow are. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm also writing for Geeks Worldwide. I'm going to be having a couple articles come out this month. I know I was kind of slow last week, but I'm trying to get there. I mean, I had a lot of stuff happen in my life that was very personal to me, but I'm ready to go back there. But it's really fun talking to you guys. Widow, we got to do a show at some point talking about MCU stuff. That'd be great. And RJ, I love talking to you. It's fantastic.
Yeah, well, thank you for stopping by. I appreciate it. Ashley, of course, where can people find you?
The Widow is the channel. And you can also find me say silly things on Twitter sometimes and retweet a lot of like articles there on Twitter. And I make videos, I stream and try to like put up, you know, I'll have my review up later on today, my last review after I actually rewatch Miss Marvel with my family. And so I'm excited to watch that with my niece in a little bit. And then tonight I will be on the OOC talking about some very real topics, you know, that'll be fun.
Awesome. Well, thank you for joining me, Ashley, and thank everyone for watching episode 4 of Marvel Mania. We'll hopefully be back soon. The schedule for the show's sporadic. We just kind of pop in whenever. I'm going to try and keep the show more frequent going forward. It's been a lot of Star Wars news and Star Wars content to cover. Maybe we'll be back next week. Next week there might be a Black Panther 2 trailer. So if that happens, you definitely know we're talking about that. So thank you guys for watching so much, and peace the